Hello everyone. I'd like to share something with you. I'm down at the creek where I'm staying and I hike down here. It's a pretty cool hike. Pretty steep canyons. And you can see here that, well, this is Barton Creek. It's got these massive canyon walls here. And right now, I'm looking east. I can show you that. It's the morning still. Came down for a bath in the creek. I've got this cloud above me right here. See this thing? Right over my head. I'm in a low area. It's a creek. There's these canyon walls all around. So I'm totally caved in. My distance to the horizon right now, you're seeing it. Bam! Right there. If I had to guess right now, I'd say that house up there is straight line distance, 500 feet. This cloud's up above me. I'm in the shadow of it. If you look at the lighting on everything right now, there's no shadows because the sun's above me and the clouds between us. I'm in Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas is 30 degrees north latitude. It's like 480 miles to the Tropic of Cancer from here. I'm inside a canyon. Deep inside a canyon. I know that the distance that I can see around me is extremely limited. Like I said, I'm in a canyon. That cloud's above me. I'm in the shadow. The sun is above that cloud. And I'm in Austin, 30 degrees north latitude. All you have to do is put yourself deep in a canyon where you live. Know that there's no possible way that you can see the Tropic of Cancer. That's down where the sun's supposed to be circling. It doesn't go north. It's solar noon declination, 90 degrees directly overhead. It doesn't go north of the Tropic of Cancer. Yet anyone that has eyes can look up and see that the sun is above you. Just use the shadow of the cloud over your head. Put yourself deep in a canyon. Prove to yourself that there's no possible way that you can see the Tropic of Cancer from your location deep inside that canyon. Wait for a cloud to come overhead. Know that you are in the shadow of that cloud. Watch as the shadow leaves you. And you can see the sun over you. Look at how high it is. For me at the tropic, for the summer solstice, it's going to be 89.3 degrees overhead. I have to look almost straight up to see the sun. But yet I'm in this deep canyon. We're not on a ball. If you know that the earth is flat and you look up, you're going to realize that you're in a simulation. Light's going to come on. The witch's spell that has been cast upon us, making us believe that we're in a physical realm, will be broken. Welcome to simulation realization. Now the P900 has become a tool that a lot of flat earth researchers are looking at as far as observing things, learning about our reality. Most of the people recording with the P900 are honest researchers, but there's a few that are not. This character right here, Wide Awake, is one of the deceivers. He's put out this video, Blinded by the Light by Wide Awake. And in it, this is a response to Jason from Awake Souls and Ronnie from Event Skeptic. I think this is the name of the channel. These guys are a joke. So I was just going to go into exposing this video, but now he's been used by Jaren. He's in a video with Jaren. And so I'm going to show you two deceivers at once. Now before we move on, I want to point something out to you. Once you find a channel that you know is deceiving you, that's lying to you, it's important to look at who they're networked with. Take a look at their featured channels, because this Wide Awake and Jarenism in their hangout, Wide Awake was giving shout outs to a bunch of these channels that he's saying are doing good recordings and they're honest and they're telling you the truth. Well, you know, take a look at these featured channels and do some research. This is a perfect list of channels that are gatekeeping simulation realization. We've got Taboo Conspiracy, the NASA channel, The Last Relevant Sage, Tex, Truth Tube, Take Back Space TV, Scrawny to Brawny, Planet Veritas, Phuket Word, Jarenism. And take a look at the amount of subscribers on these channels. Mark Sargent, Dr. Zach, Dorje Daka, Eric Dubay, B-Gad, Cosmic Surfer, Chippy the Chipmunk, Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes, Flat Earth Asshole, Flatter Globe, Flatwater Flat Earth, Learn of Jesuit Order, Migmag, P-Brain, ODD TV Conspiracy Vlog, RD47 Blog, Theoria Apophysis, Trey Smith, William Guzman, Zetetic Flat Earth, Zeteticism.com, Zproxy. Now, this is a great list of Satanists that are holding back, that are gatekeeping simulation realization. Now you can dive into each one of these channels and look at their network, see who they're connected to, and this list will grow. It's actually a very, very large list. You have to be super full of discernment to find truth out here. But there is a network growing, and we are going to support each other. We're called Christians. I'd like to show you how I'm being censored on YouTube. I put up a video back on May 17th, Jeranism is Deceiving You, exposed 160-mile sunset bullshit, plus how far can we really see? This video started to go viral. It had 1,403 views in like a day, but then YouTube has locked it as private. I've appealed this. The satanic team, got the video taken down. I lost this appeal. I had to re-upload it, and you can see that now it's got 523 views since the 19th. On my video blog channel, Jason Laufenberg, where people that have watched my video blogs know I record all this footage myself, and I'm just speaking my thoughts on this world. Okay, the video's been taken down. Jason Laufenberg Flat Earth video blog 5/10/17 from 2 kids till now in 12 minutes. Look at this. Video removed, terms of service violation. Click on this. And it says, if you see the video removed terms of use violation message next to one of your videos, the video may have been rejected due to terms of use or copyright violation. All right, so I don't name any names. There's no violence. There's no sex or nudity in this. Just my thoughts on this world, all recorded from my phone. And they're taking down my videos. So, the reason why I bring this up is these following clips I'm going to use in fair use. It falls under those guidelines. I'm going to tag the videos according to what's in the content and what my channels are about.
These clouds, it's going to go behind these clouds, but it's so bright that it will wash out what's standing between us and the sun. And so obviously you can't no longer see those clouds, so it might give the appearance, especially if the cloud is showing on the right side of the sun, the left side of the sun. Clearly you can tell that it's not going in front of any clouds. And really, if you just think about it, really kind of understand that our sunset is someone else's noon, is someone else's sunrise, and then think about the clouds and where they would need to be in reference to everyone's view, and you'll really quickly realize that you're not seeing clouds behind the sun. And the other way to check that out is go to anybody's balloon launch. I often reference Dwayne Kellum. I think Dwayne Kellum's done some of the best work, and if you watch that, you'll clearly see that the sun doesn't ever go. It's above the clouds. It's higher than the clouds.
It's always above the clouds, and that's what I had said to I think it was Flat Earth Photography, or maybe it was Awake Souls. I told him, I said, you find me any high altitude balloon flight that shows a cloud that high up and it goes behind the sun, and then I'll believe you. But as far as I'm concerned, it was actually Q and P was the one that got me watching all these high altitude balloon flights. And that was another thing that the light popped on inside my head and said, wait a minute here. I don't see a cloud anywhere near that sun when they show the sun up there by these high altitude balloons. So I said, now how in the world? I mean, you can obviously see the clouds well below it. I mean, well below it too. I mean, they're not anywhere near the sun, but again, I'm not one that will believe that the sun is 93 million miles away either. And that is definitely not the case that I see.
No, not at all. And, I think the best way to describe it, and I have to do a video about it because everybody listening, see if you can follow along with what I'm going to say before we get to the sun here at the horizon. But this is the best way I think you can describe it. It kind of answers all the Globers' questions about the sun. Is you really need to picture yourself in your bedroom that you're in right now. Picture the 8-inch or the 8-foot ceiling, and then just picture that room being as big as your city. So the room is huge, okay? And then picture a light on your ceiling, and that light is above you, which is going to light your room, your area right here, you're lit. And then picture that light starts going away from you towards the other side of your city. And it's moving away from you. Well, and not very long, it's going to, from your perspective, the ceiling is going to hit the floor from your perspective, and that light at one point is going to set on your, technically your horizon, and then you won't have any light in your area of the room anymore. However, the light is still lighting up the other end of the room, which would be the other end of your city. That's basically what's going on, and that's why I think people have the hardest time understanding it. But really, if you think about that, and then you kind of picture, say you roll a toy car off towards that direction, that if you watch that toy car, it would disappear wheels first. Same way the boat works. And that's basically the best way to describe it or to understand it, is that's what's going on when the sun goes away from us. I've heard people like Zachary Hubbard, many people say, well, why can't you just pull out a telescope and see the sun all night? It's 3,000 miles up. You should see it all night. That makes no sense. Tell them to go inside the room I just explained, and then say, how would you see the light once the light's gone past your horizon line inside that bedroom, that huge room as big as your city? Once the light's gone past that point, a telescope will do nothing. A telescope will only allow you to, it might allow you to see further on the ground, but that's because we know boats go over the curvature, as they say. That happens in 3 miles, but the sun is about 7,000 miles. So, I mean, it's nowhere near the same thing as a boat. So
right, now you might see the light being projected up from it, but you're not going to actually see the sun itself.
Correct. Yeah, so I think that's one of the better ways to kind of describe it. And if I had some sort of skill as far as 3D modeling, I would do some sort of model of that and show it. But all the 3D, I've tried to go into those home makers or room makers, and they all only have a certain limit to the size of the room. But in order for you to get that ceiling to hit the floor, that's why I say it needs to be as big as your city or something even bigger. So here you can see where this might look like somebody might say, oh, that's clouds behind the sun. But clearly you're just not seeing the washed out clouds in front.
Right. It's actually, the light is bleeding through the clouds.
Right.
And lighting up the clouds from the backside, almost like taking a flashlight and holding it behind a piece of paper, a notebook paper. You'll see that it'll light up that whole paper.
Right. So this part here, everybody who's watching, go ahead and pay close attention. David's going to describe exactly what's going to happen here because it's very important.
If somebody asked me what I thought, I would probably say, 3,000 to 6,000 miles, but not 93 million miles. And, I cannot positively say, I could just give my opinion of it, but I could not say that this thing is, 3 miles away, 4 miles away. That I guarantee I would not tell you.
Yeah, that's awesome right there. That picture's, that's unbelievable.
And that's where I say this light refraction coming off the water is what blinds you. We're being blinded by the light is actually what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And they made a joke. The clowns made a joke out of my video where I said, you're being blinded by the light. They're saying, no, you're not. Well, you look into the light long enough. Go out there. I want one of them guys to go out there and stand during 12 o'clock during the day and stand up there and look at the sun and tell me he don't get blinded.
Now, have you ever stood and watched a sunset and felt like you were falling backwards?
Yes. Yes, I have. It's a weird feeling.
Now, have you ever stood and watched a sunset and felt like you were falling backwards?
Yes. Yes, I have. It's a weird feeling.
Now, have you ever stood and watched a sunset and felt like you were falling backwards?
Yes, I have. It's a weird feeling. Yes, I have.
Yeah, there you can see that one there.
Yeah.
You can actually see. Oh no, you can see. I was going to say you can see those clouds on the right there. You can see where somebody would say, "Oh, that looks like it's behind," but you could see that they were in front.
Right. I mean, it's just you're getting less dense clouds that are in there. Plus, too, you still got moisture in the air around these clouds. It's not like there's nothing there. We got a lot of humidity here in Florida. And where does it go? It rises up out of the ocean and and it goes up and, it starts forming clouds.
It's a beautiful day. There's not a single cloud in the sky actually. And I hope you are loving the background noise of the cars as well. I'm also recording a time lapse from my house, so Now we can see the sun isn't actually obstructing the cables, the wires at all, because it isn't bright anymore. It's just, you know, you can clearly see they are in front. However, the sun isn't very far. I wouldn't be able to zoom in so much if it was far away anyway. If you have watched my previous video about the zoom on the girls, whether you like it or not, you can see how far we can see detail. And I have also an upcoming video about zoom 80 plus miles on hills, and you see there's no detail at all. I'm just recalling the sunset, man. It's amazing, you know, amazing. I'm actually about the motorway on a bridge, so it's shaky when the cars, you know, go, but it's beautiful. It's so nice, you know. And you know, the opposite side of the sun, the sky is purple blue or something, you know. So nice, man. You should be recording shit, not listening to this bullshit. On a bridge without a beach. Yeah, that makes no sense, I know. Yeah, I wanna see, you know, if the sun is going to shrink and go away in the distance like fucking CGI bullshit we see from deep inside your asshole channel, you know? Yeah, man, and we can put some dramatic, you know, powerful music like fucking asshole is doing, you know. Oh man, you know the sun is orange, it's so beautiful, I have no words really. And I can see it setting behind those trees, literally like, it's, I don't know, 4 kilometers, 5 max, you know, definitely close. And I have it focused on the wires, which are like 1 kilometer away. And they are in focus and the sun is in focus too, I think, you know, so it's crazy.